How can vocabulary help me understand what I'm reading? For example, what does the word marathon mean? In this lesson, you will learn how to speed up your understanding of a text by paying close attention to the vocabulary. A common mistake is not stopping to review vocabulary in the text. I don't know that word. Guess I'll just keep reading. That's a mistake that happens a lot. Let's take a look at this passage and we're going to look at the word marathon. There are no hotels at the North Pole, but tourists can visit, and there is even a North Pole Marathon. A marathon is a 26.2-mile running race. Well, at this point you should stop and say, hey, I don't know what that word is. What is a marathon? And pay attention to the words around it. As I do that, I notice that there is actually a definition written right in parentheses after the word marathon. It says a marathon is a 26.2-mile running race. And now I remember some people talking about it, and even some at the Olympics. So to really get a good understanding, make sure I get this word, I'm going to try and use it in another sentence. And down here, I wrote, in the Olympics, the marathon runners are so strong. And now I've stopped to take my time and understand the vocabulary. Here's another example. It's cold. Right now, it's about 30 degrees below zero. It's also dark at the top of the world. Today, the first day of winter, the North Pole is tilted farthest from the sun. The sun won't shine there again until the end of March. Well, I was confused by is tilted. What does is tilted mean? I mean, it says farthest, so it must mean like maybe away from something. Now I think about it when I use it. Sometimes I tilt my head when I'm asked a question or something. I might like move it to the side and around. So, I mean, I think it means kind of moved away from or something, because tilted farthest. And the strategy that I used there, if you notice, was I kind of came up with my own sentence. Sometimes I tilt my head when my mom asks me something. So I may have come up with the sentence first because the clues aren't that great in this one. So try to use the word in a sentence that you may have heard before, or a way that you use it in your everyday language. And then think of how that applies to this picture here. Tilting my head versus the North Pole being tilted. It must mean like moved away or to the side. So let's remember. 1. Skim the text for anything bold or with parentheses or any new words. So you always want to look for the definitions right in the text. And look at the context of the word. Like we did with tilted, we found farthest. That helped us help identify it. Always try to put it in a new sentence. That's going to help you even more get the good grasp of the word. In this lesson, you have learned how to speed up your understanding of a text by paying close attention to the vocabulary.